Happy Monday. It's Candace Mae live here on Facebook with you. I'm so glad you're here, whether you're live or whether you're watching on the replay. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Pop in some messages, leave me some notes. I'd love to hear from you. Better yet, pick up the phone or schedule time with me. I would really care about what's going on in your life and would love to talk with you. See how I can connect with you and how I can add value to you. You know, this past 6 days, I have been in full-blown training from 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning till 7 at night. Those are long days, but so much growth and expansion occurs through these focused periods of time. Why do I do it? Because I want to be the best that I can be. And I want to bring to you the best me that I can and the best tools that I can to help you grow and stretch. So I have been developing my skills in more energetic energies of being able to help people learn how to really stretch themselves so they have more presence, more ability to be seen and heard in deeper ways than just the typical workshop classroom with a business, but really in depth with their personal lives. I'll be sharing more with you about that as days and weeks go by and putting together some curriculum and classes for you, and I'll be sharing. So watch for that. That'll be coming up, and I'm super excited about all of that opportunities. Some of you may have noticed that I have finished editing the first version of my book. It is out with an editor now to go through the first pass with an outside editor, and then I'll have one more editor after that who I will pick and have help me with the cover and the interior and all of that. So I'm super excited. So stay tuned to learn more about my book as time is coming and evolving. It's getting better every day. I'm so excited about that. So as you know, in the most of July, we've been talking about character, safe people, what it means to be a safe person, what safe people in your life look like, why it's important to be surrounded by safe people instead of toxic people, how to become introspective and develop yourself to become a safe person, and being gracious with yourself and allowing yourself to be kind to yourself and to grow. These are all really important, right? So today I thought, what am I going to talk about this week? I hired a virtual assistant, a marketing person who's going to help me really expand my business, bring together all of the work I've been doing into a tighter package. So you'll be seeing more of that as time goes on too. And so I'm meeting with her today, and we'll be, working on reinstituting the blog and newsletter that I had for going out periodically. It's going to be coming back shortly with help. I needed an assistant. I couldn't do it all by myself. So I'm super excited about that. So watch for those things coming as well. And as a result, what I wanted to do is focus my Monday Facebook Lives on a topic that is of value to individuals as well as to businesses. And then I wanted to, on Wednesdays, we have Unshackle Your Voice to be seen and heard with confidence, taking the struggles of your past, digging for gold in the struggles of your past to design the life of your dreams for your future. And yeah, that can be done. You can be living a life of design, something that you really want, instead of just taking each day and letting it drift you through life. So these tools, the blog, the newsletter, the show, the Facebook Live, are all complementary tools for you. So you can connect with me, get to know me better, and pick up some tools along the way. And hopefully it piques your interest so that you're able to connect with me and get involved with either coaching or workshops and some of the services that I provide. That's the goal. I'm here to serve you. So I thought the best migration for this week would be to move from character into core values and talking about those core values that really shape our character and what those look like. And I'm going to reference John Maxwell's material out of the book called Today Matters. So if you want to dig deeper, you can always pick up that book and kind of dig into that yourself. But there are other things that I'll be pulling in as well as the week goes on in the month of August, approaches. I thought August might be a fun month to talk about the different values and go deeper into those, because I think I've touched on this topic before because it's so important to me, because values are what drives your character. Values are what drives the culture of your business. And you can put up great platitudes on the wall and sayings on the wall and have your mission statement on your wall, in your employee handbook. But if your leaders are not living out those values in the day in front of the employees, they're meaningless, because people do what they see more than following words on a wall, right? So I want to encourage you, whether it's in your personal life, day to day, whether it's in your marriage and how you're interacting with your spouse or partner, or if it's with your kids or your best friends or in the community or your office space. How you behave is driven by your thoughts, and your thoughts really come from your belief systems. And so what is a value? A value is a belief that you hold extremely tight and strong inside you that drives all of your thoughts and behaviors. And that's the goal, that you would pick those items and belief systems, principles that mean the most to you. And then you would let them drive your behavior and your thoughts, and it would become integrated within everything you do. So if you are a company and you say, we value the earth, we value how the earth is taken care of, right? We care about that as a community, as a social moral that we hold. Then when you're making decisions about the products that you develop and how you put them out in the marketplace, are you taking into consideration how that oil is processed or how it's distributed in the communities? Because you should be, because all of those things will either demonstrate that you really care about the earth, or you're just saying that in your words. So all of these goals and values, these core beliefs, have to be exemplified and lived out. If you say you value people in your workplace, are you valuing people? Are you asking your employees what their thoughts are? What can they contribute to the discussions and the topics? Or are you just dishing out, this is just the way it is, just follow suit and do what I say? Are you including them and making them feel valued and part of the conversation? Sure, as a leader, you get to still make that decision. That final decision will always be yours. But listening to the people who are in the trenches, who are out there closest to the customers, out there working with the product or the services, they probably have a lot of answers and solutions that if you would just listen to them, you could level your services and products quite a bit. And they would feel valued in the process. If they have all the answers, why aren't they telling me? Well, maybe they tried in the past and you didn't listen. Because if you're not listening, who wants to keep talking? People want to be valued. They want to be heard. They want to be acknowledged. And when you can create that, then you create excitement. I want to come to work. I want to, because I know somebody cares about me. They care about how I'm doing, and they're offering me a place to grow and stretch and become better. We all want to become better, don't we? I think so. So I think if we talk about a value, a core value, you could think of it as an anchor. It's something that holds you steady. When you have values and you've picked them, they drive your behavior. And so when a problem comes in life and it gets rocky and stormy, like we have right now with COVID and everything's upside down, your core values are an anchor. They give you comfort and they hold you in place. In fact, you can take your values and pre-think how you would behave in certain situations based on those core values. And so when the storm comes, all you have to do is go back and reflect on, what were my values in this situation? What do I want to do that's going to reflect those first and foremost? And it's going to give you comfort and guidance when you otherwise might be shifting and swaying back and forth and reacting instead of responding. Those core values can be held as like a companion to you. They're beliefs that they authentically describe your soul, who you are. Like if you have a friend who's always got a positive attitude, they're always out there generously contributing to the community and sharing and volunteering. They're on the boards of different companies and activities. You have a sense about them, that they're dependable, that they're going to show up when they say they're going to show up. If you need something, they're going to be there to be a resource for you, right? It's a companion that just comforts you. So are you a companion to yourself? Your core beliefs, hopefully you've thought them through and they become that companion for you. They're always with you. We get different skills. We're continually learning new skills, new talents, different things that we behave with, right? And so our life changes from day to day, and it depends on the specific circumstances that we're in, right? Based on our skills, based on the job that we're doing or the client we're meeting with. So things may change, but your core beliefs don't change. They're that northern star that's always pointing you in the right direction. They're consistent, and that consistency is what people want. They want to know that you're always there, doing the same behavior with the same attitude, sweet, precious, positive attitude. Even when it's kind of a sour situation, they know that you're going to be there with hope, right? That's what I want to be known for. Somebody there who's always available to be counted on, who's a resource and offers hope, not to rescue you, but to be there to give you the support structure that you need so you know that you can carry on, right? So I want to make sure you know the difference between somebody who's rescuing you and somebody who's a resource for you. They're two very different things. Remember, we talked a couple weeks back about independence, dependence, and interdependence. And so those interdependence and being a resource is important. So what are some of the skills or core values that we might have? I'm going to list off 12, and I know I've shared them with you before, but again, I think we could take one core value and really go deep with them if we wanted to. And so if I give you 12 values, we could take them and really talk about what they look like in your life every day, couldn't we? So I say I have some comments here. Shadow, thank you for your insight, Candace. Thank you, Shadow, for showing up. I'm so excited. And April, you're so cute. Aw, thank you, April. You are a great inspiration. In fact, you and Shadow both are great examples for the community on having a positive attitude, always being reliable, and a great resource. So thank you both for showing up. I'm so honored that you're here today. So let's talk about some of those 12 core values that we can talk about. Attitude. If you have a positive attitude, what happens? Possibilities open up for you, don't they? Because people love your attitude and they want to work with you. What if you have priorities? If you know what your priorities are, is your priority just your bank account, or is your priority your customers and how best to help them grow and blossom? Is your values or priorities your family? Is it your faith? What are your priorities? Do you know how to put those into your calendar so that you're emphasizing the most important things first and foremost? Because when you know what your priorities are, you're able to really focus much easier. For me, like I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, a little bit before 5, because I have an accountability partner that I meet with at 5 a.m. every Monday. I love that. We've agreed to 90 days to meet 5 a.m. on Monday morning. And we meet and we plan out, what did we do last week? Did we meet our goals that we set? And what are we going to do this week? And we have some accountability. And I know, gosh darn it, Rosalind's going to be asking me on Monday morning at 5, did I get that done? I better get it done, you know? So it's good to have your priorities so that you can help focus your days. Health. Is health a priority for you? Because oftentimes we get so busy that we really don't make health a priority. And we eat whatever junk food's around, and we're like working so much we're not moving. I know for me, like I said, I was in a class all last week from 7 in the morning or 8 in the morning to 7 at night. And I really didn't get in as much movement as I should have. There were days I would go on break and I would go walk around and do stuff, but oftentimes during break, I was checking in with customers or doing various things I needed to get done so that I could meet the other goals that I had to keep me moving forward in all the areas of my life, because I do know what my priorities are. So I know where I need to focus each day. And health is one that I'm really working on. I'm super excited. I saw my oldest daughter yesterday, and she's looking so great. She's a nurse, an RN, BSN, and she's in a new job, and she's got so much activity and movement with this new job. I mean, she looks so good. She's got a workout just by going to work. She looks great. She's getting her movement and her exercises in, and they eat great. They have a garden. They get fresh vegetables. Her partner is like the chef of the house, and he just makes these fabulous meals for them all the time. I wish I had a chef at home. Family being a value is really important. It gives you stability, right? When you know that you have somebody you can call and you can lean on and just hang out with and have fun, right? Family is important. Thinking. It is important. We talked about thinking before. It's something maybe we go into again at a later date, much deeper dive. There's all kinds of different thinking and strategies. I'll tell you one thing. A lot of business coaches focus on strategy, thinking, strategy. That's really important. It really is. But for me, as a coach, I go a little deeper than just the business strategy, because strategy is important. But I honestly believe your internal being and your essence and your energy and who you are is even more fundamental than the strategy. So when you work with me, you and your employees, we're going to work on the core of who you are as well as the business strategies. So you're going to blossom more than just focusing on those strategies at work. It's going to ripple into every area of your life. That's what I love. I really am passionate about that integrated growth. Commitment, tenacity opens up. You have to use tenacity when you have commitment. My master's degree is from University of Redlands, and our mascot was a bulldog. And bulldogs are known for locking their jaw on something and not letting go. And so as our mascot being the bulldog, that was the word, tenacity. And I have held on to that word tenacity like you wouldn't believe it. When I hit struggles and hard times, I just think of that mascot with the bulldog locking on, holding tight, keeping that tenacity till I finish. And when it's a difficult trial that I'm going through, I just clamp onto my faith and I just hold tight and I don't let go. When I have something I have to really work on, that's my focus, tenacity and commitment, or persistence. Some people use the word persistence. Those words all go together. Finances, when you make finances a value, something that you are really paying attention to, a lot of options open up for you, right? You don't have to stay into debt. You can start investing. You can start helping other people. Your business can grow because you've got cash flow. So finances are important, and we don't want to forget about those. Faith, to me, faith is critical. And when you have faith, whatever you believe in, that's going to open up some peace for you, right? Because it's giving you guidance and a higher wisdom that's coming into you and how you're living out your values. Relationships, they give you fulfillment. Nobody is meant to be an island. Where a lot of us get hurt in life and we isolate ourselves and we don't put ourselves out there anymore. And we're called to put ourselves out there. We were designed to be in relationship with other people. So all of the yearning and loneliness that you feel is because you're not in relationship with other people. So I think relationship is something of value. Generosity. When you're generous with your resources, your time, your money, your sharing food, sharing clothing, recycling things, all of that generosity to the earth even, right? And how you're recycling. All of those things create significance because now you're being more responsible and it's showing up. And other people, again, people watch you. People see what you do. And what you do is what they do. People do what they see. When you have values, which we're talking about, just them of themselves, whatever they happen to be, they give you direction because you're living them out. I mean, they're not really a value just to have a list of words. But when you stop to think about what they look like in your life, and that's why I think we could take one value and really dive deep and talk about what does that look like this week and challenge each other to really live out those values. I have taken my name, Candace Mae, and created a whole page of values that match up to each letter of my name. So maybe I'll share those with you one time because what my goal is that when you're working with me, you'll see these values. And as I expand and start hiring more employees into work with my company, that's the values that I want displayed in my company so that you know that you can you can rely on me and count on me. You know exactly what you're going to be getting. And then growth. Growth is a value. Now, that's a huge one for me. Again, that opens so much potential when you make growth a value. I'm passionate about growth. I remember when I was teaching in a private college, and we would have our weekly meetings. And as a private college, students come in with financial aid. Some of them get grants and they're just there, or some of them were even on like social services and they were, sent there with the courses paid for. And we were meeting in this weekly touch base meeting with all the faculty and the administration. And something came up about how are we handling our tests with our students? And some teacher was like, oh, just give them the answers, And I was like, what? You don't want to just give them the answers. You want them to really learn. And so like, I might tell them all the things that are on the test and emphasize certain things, but I'm not just going to give them all the answers. And one of the administrators said, Candace, this is trade school. This is like, we just want to get them through. We give them the answers. You need to go into raw education because you're really about raw education. And I never let that go. And I thought about that. And some people, their perspective was, some people don't have the drive to be here to really learn. They're sent here because they're in a social services program and they were told they have to go to school. So they come to school and they're here and we're going to pass on some knowledge to them. We're going to make sure they pass. And I was like, well, that's great. And that's honorable that they're here and that they want that you're going to help them pass. But wouldn't it be even better if they integrated it and really got excited about the growth and was like, could carry it on and really do something with it? So that just shows you my personality. I'm very much into authentic learning. And if you want to be the best person that you want to be, then I'm your gal. I'm the one who's going to help you, stretch you, grow you, laugh with you, cry with you, strategize with you, and really take you to the next level. It is now Monday. It's 8:30, and we've got a big week ahead of us. I know I do. I've got tons of things going on, which are all exciting. So I'm going to call it a day and ask that you have a beautiful week. please leave me some messages and let me know if this was of value to you. And, if you want to just share even some of your values, I would love to hear them. Either post them in the comments or send me a private message. I'll get back with you. Have an awesome week. Leave me a note and I'll give you a call. Thanks. Bye-bye.